Thank you. 1313. That is the number of Ramnath Goenka Award applications that we got this year, 1,313. That's a record. That's a record in the last 18 years since we launched the Ramnath Goenka Awards. 1,000+ journalists and more than 24 authors sending in their best work, stories and books. That very fact brings us hope. Hope when every day we hear intimations of journalism's mortality. Not many seem to care for us these days. I'm going to get into that later. Not many seem to care for us these days, except our parents and some of our best friends, and even those best friends who vote the way we do. I see many of the winners have got their parents this evening, so thank you very much for being there. We need all the wishes we can. Just take the last 1 month. I'm just taking 5 specific examples from last month. We had a judge from the court, High Court, who told a reporter in open court after a mildly unflattering story, but a very fair story, "I don't want to see you report on this court." That same judge resigns, joins a political party, and is all sugar and honey on television when everybody sings his praise. There's a journalist as well who joins another political party and gets a ticket. We have a journalist in this city who has to leave this city after 2 decades of living here because she wrote malicious stories. We have a leader who, when a journalist told him, when there was a reporter who asked him a question, he said, "Aapke malik ka kya naam hai?" And when a mob of his supporters roughed up the reporter, he said, "Usko mat maro yaar, usko mat maro." Then we have a few maliks who have gone down on bended knee, so comfortable in that posture that it hurts if they stand up. There is an ease of doing business, and there is a very specific unease of doing journalism. And that is why I really thank you, Honorable Minister Shri Nitin Gadkari, for being here this evening, for saying that good journalism is an imperative of good governance. It may not have the tangible appeal of bijli, sadak or pani, or jal nal, swachhta or ayushman. It may be very hard to identify who is journalism's labharthi. But the stories we celebrate this evening show the labh of journalism. They reveal stories that some don't want to be told. They stand vigil. They bring the voice of the street to the corridors of power. They introduce us to people and to ideas who we may never meet on our phones or in our living rooms. Sir, you're being here this evening also reinforces the fact that Mr. Goenka talked about, the need for politicians to have broad shoulders when it comes to journalism and journalists. Far away from the stage, we have wonderful evidence of that. We have the Lieutenant Governor, Mr. V.K. Saxena ji. We have Ravi Shankar ji. We have K.C. Tyagi ji. We have we have Danish Ali ji. This is the Ramnath Goenka coalition. In the election year, across party lines, it cuts across every party line. It is brought together by good journalism. That's a very reassuring image to end this evening with, 1 month before phase 1 of the Lok Sabha elections. Because let's not forget that it is not just the world's largest electoral exercise, it is the world's largest expression of free speech and choice. We have lots of work to do, so thank you very much, and I'll see you next year. Thank you.